He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. On the return, it's Fields. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Jackson. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Right side, it's Perry. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Wildcats peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Quick give. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Wildcats are marching down the field. Jaron Kiave Songopolitelli. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. They're going to run it to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They'll ride the hot hand. Just smothered on the play.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Left side is Hansen. Makes a grab and room to run. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And you've really seen the evolution to tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Under pressure. Back's got it on the screen. At the 35, he's open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground game on the left. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
To the ground. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Underwood to throw. Moving out to the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Scoreless as we head into the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Keeps it himself. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And here comes the field goal unit. And is slips just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receiver
snags it, and there's running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
There he goes. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. JKS. Look out! Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Out wide right, it's Perry. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing Sangapolatelli. Big guy smells it. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wildcats.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's changing the play. Throwing, Underwood. Rush right in his face. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll move the tight end. Drops back. It's Underwood. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Underwood fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is on its way. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Cuts it upfield. It's Jackson. He's got the first down. At the 40, there he goes. Off and running. Touchdown, Wildcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for the edge. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's loose. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Changing the routes with his receivers.
Spade up, spade up. Spade eat, spade eat. Magic, magic.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He fires to the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Ready?
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. He's at the 10. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Tries to get it himself. The Sneak scores it. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Number 43, set to kick off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
Bang, bang, bang. Joker, joker.
Here's Underwood to throw. They're all over him. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Keeps it on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Powers inside. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Right right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Before the half. Right back to the well. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Tulane taking on the number 18 team, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. And it's the Green Wave with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the American Conference.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions.
He's loose on the right. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. He'll take it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Songo Povatelli. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Left side, it's Danzy. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find him.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well,
that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Hits inside. It's Jackson. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Now here's Jaron Songopovatelli. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Williams. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Jaron Songopovatelli. Out wide right, it's Porter. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
And how about this drive? Like, this offense, just the composure, backed up inside your own 10, a little bit nervous to start, and then you come out, put some...
Touchdown, Wildcats! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
27, Michigan, 13.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing, Underwood. Here comes the heat. He's got it down the right side. Breaks into the open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about in the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keeps it moving, it's Jackson. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They give it back to him. Snowed under by the defense.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now here's Songo Politelli. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Hunt is on its way. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They fought their way back. A scoring drive, the stop, and now a chance to pull even on this drive late.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Underwood. Flip it out to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. JKS. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Kansas State. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback changing the play.
Mustang. Stay up, stay eat, stay eat. Win. Go.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
A little release to the back. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Taking a shot. Touchdown, Wildcats. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. here comes the Michigan offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Here's Underwood to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To throw, it's Underwood. Rush is on. They get to him as he throws.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominate.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Making the adjustment on the play. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards, if that's your thing.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Down he goes. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Third and 6 yards to go. DB's right up on the receivers. Sangapolitelli from the gun on 3rd down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
From the red zone, it's Jackson. Can't get him to the ground. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making the adjustment. At the 35, he's got room. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Throwing, Underwood. Gets rid of it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation.
Spade up, spade eat, spade eat.
4th down, Underwood. Looking down the middle. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock. Caught, and he's got room. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
The Wildcats, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Throwing, Sangabolotelli. Got his man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Under pressure. Wideout trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's